Hi, I'm Luis Amin, and this is TIE's Translation and Interpreting Executive Services. Today I would like to give you some key elements of emailing in English. As I've mentioned before in other blogs, translating and interpreting should effectively take into account the culture and business protocol of our counterpart. That is why I'm so persistent in talking about aspects of how to do business in certain cultures, and linking these aspects to setting up a bilingual platform for your business. As an example of this, let me give you 7 key elements that will help you translate and interpret your ideas more effectively when emailing a partner, associate, or client in English. Some Spanish-speaking people, and this is the case with other cultures, are elaborate and fancy when it comes to emailing. Not so with some English-speaking cultures like those of the United States, Canada, or Australia, just to name a few, which are straightforward and like simple, plain language. So let's get to business, and I hope you find this useful.
Tip number 1, keep it short and simple. As in all business writing, the most important thing is to be clear. Observe the KISS rule. Keep it short and simple. Say something as directly as you can. Keep in mind that emails that take up more than one full screen usually aren't read right away and completely. A good example of a poor communication is the paragraph we have here of 5 lines of unnecessary words. If we take into account the words in red, we can build up a much more simple, direct, concrete paragraph of 1.5 lines with the words that really accomplish the objective of the email. Take a look at the first paragraph and the second paragraph for a few seconds, and you will notice the difference. Tip number 2, use words you would use while speaking instead of more formal words and phrases. Examples of words and phrases to avoid. Instead of writing acknowledged receipt of, write thank you for. Instead of at the present time or at this moment in time, you can write currently. Instead of due to the fact that, write because, or during which time, or over the course of this period, you can substitute it for over this period. Instead of a very unused word at the present, henceforth, write from now on. In the event that, you can replace it with if. Tip number 3, make the subject line clear and useful. Did you know that the average business person receives about 50 emails per day? You want to make sure your emails stand out and get read. A clear, compelling subject line is a great way to do that. In this case, we can avoid unhelpful subject headings like the following. Urgent reply needed. Well, you can improve it with, please reply. March expense report now due. And instead of a very general sales info heading, you can replace it with sales figures for the 3rd quarter. Instead of meeting, well, state the subject meeting and the hour. Marketing meeting today at 4 p.m. Tip number 4, state your purpose early in the message. Begin by letting your reader know why you are writing. Explain action items, initiatives, and priorities implied. Personal messages and well wishes are usually best kept for the end of the email, after your business is already stated. Tip number 5, if you have many points to make, organize them with either bullet points or numbers. The email will be much easier for your recipient to process. Also, your recipient will then be able to reference your points more easily in his or her response. An example of this is, regarding point number 4 in your email. Tip number 6, when you are all finished, go back and edit your email. Run spell check. Typos make you look unprofessional. Be extra careful not to mix up words that a spell checker won't catch, such as the use of the contraction there of they are with the possessive pronoun there or there, or as is the case with its with its. Tip number 7. Always include your contact information at the end of your email. Your recipient will appreciate quick access to your company name, address, phone and fax number, office hours, and so on.
This is all for now. Thank you for building ties with us here at tiecenter.com. See you in another video blog.